Welcome live viewers, welcome replay viewers to my broadcast. I am simulcasting a little later than I wanted to on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, all with the same username everywhere, Tiffany TLC Music. All my own music except one song written for me. Most of the music's modern American folk on acoustic guitar, but I also do some vocal looping, some bluesy songs. I just started singing on here a new piano song. To stay in touch, to find out when I'm on live, I recommend you follow at least on either Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. These are the places where I simulcast most Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays around 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. For about a half an hour to an hour. You get notified, you hop on live if you want, you chat, it automatically shows up here, and we can connect across platforms, which is really fun, I think. I really like that, being able to see what everyone's saying. Bonus, if you also want to follow on Twitter, you can also watch there. You can't chat and participate this way in the merge chat. But I do make announcements there. It's the only place where I make rare but important announcements. And then lastly, double bonus points to follow on TikTok, also Tiffany TLC Music. I may or may not end up broadcasting there as well if and when I hit 1,000 followers. We shall see. But yeah, I was hoping to be attending a class today at noon, and therefore getting off a little early. But unfortunately, I don't know if the class is happening. It's very confusing. I was supposed to get an email about it, and I haven't. So yeah, I may not be getting off at noon. I'm awaiting a call or email, so I'll check just before noon to see if I get it. Otherwise, I'm just going to plug along with my songs. I'm going to do Sad and Sweet Memories and Tumble Star first. This is a song about parents forgiving them, if you will. That's one way to put it, while also not losing sight of your own real pain that you may have endured as a kid, and kind of holding both of those players, I guess, yourself and your parents, tenderly with empathy, and not easy, because I think often in our minds when we've endured pain, we kind of go to this conclusion: there has to be a bad guy. There has to be one party's actions are, unforgivable and not understandable. And nonviolent communication by Dr. Marshall Rosenberg, in presenting that method of communicating, he goes into the idea that some of the most effective and inner peace inducing methods of communication and being in the world involve immense empathy, empathizing with things that you do not like at all. You don't want them to be things that happen in the world. And obviously there are really tremendously painful things that can happen to kids. And trying to understand and empathize with those who have done those things does not mean we agree with those things or want them to continue or anything like that. It's tricky finding the balance. And I have a couple songs about that specifically, but this is just about kind of applying that to our parents and my parents specifically, and with their limitations, and just acknowledging, hey, they did what they knew how to do at the time, what they had mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and it doesn't mean I'm okay with everything they did or didn't do. It doesn't mean I wish it had happened that way or anything like that. Anyway, you can tell it's kind of a tricky line to walk, and it's something that took me a while to be able to come to with regard to my own parents. So yeah, that's the background for this song. Let's see. I remember Sorry, I wanna increase the guitar a little bit. I just realized that I could do that. Hopefully that's still good. Sorry about that. I don't usually interrupt myself in the middle of that song. No. I remember our house, happy times in our house, together with my mom and dad. When it's split apart, I felt so sad. Wasn't everything it could be. You didn't always know how to care for me, but I loved our little family. The peace and stability, sad and sweet memories. Glad, so glad for what you gave to me. Though you didn't always know just how to meet my needs. You both mean so much to me. You as a single mom wasn't easy for you or me. I needed more support and harmony, but your parents, they didn't show you what to do. And parenting alone is so much harder too. Which is why not have written that song when I was a teenager, for example. But many years later, I was able to empathize with my parents and, what they had and hadn't been able to give, and while still maintaining empathy for myself for what I had gone through and how tough it was. So I'm very grateful for that, because it definitely brings a level of inner peace and resolution that otherwise could be elusive, and you can carry around a lot of bitterness and anger, whatever, towards your parents if your needs weren't met. And that's no fun. That's no fun for the person carrying that. And often doesn't really solve the problem either. All right, so Tumble Star. So in that song, I mention a lullaby that my dad wrote for me when I was little, and I was 4.5 actually, according to the date on the song. I have a handwritten version of that song, which is really precious to me, and I have it scanned as well. So it's a simple song, but shows much love. Tumble star, tumble from the sky. Tumble star, I wonder why. Sleepyhead, dreams are spinning round. Snug in bed, a gentle sleeping sound. A busy day full of play, friends were ever there. I sang my songs, I played my games, and toys always shared. Tumble star, tumble from the sky. Tumble far, I wonder why. Sleepyhead, dreams are spinning round. Snug in bed, a gentle sleeping sound. Tumble star, tumble from the sky. Tumble far, I wonder That song almost always puts me to sleep, which was the intention of the song. I think I really want to check in with my mom to see when, at some point when I was little, I think it was before this point that he wrote this song, I tripped and cut my eyebrow, my left eyebrow, and had to get like 12 stitches or something. How did I trip? Apparently, as I recall, my friend was looking like she was going to take my doll with her home after our visit. And I got really scared of that and ran after her and tripped and cut my eyebrow on the table. So I've been thinking about it, I wonder if the verse, toys always shared, has anything to do with, like, gently trying to help me share my toys. I don't know. I never asked my dad about that. And I'm not even positive the timing was quite that way. So kind of an intriguing idea. Anyway, tumble star. So we are moving along here. Not sure. I think I'll just check my email really quick to see if my noon class is, if I've gotten anything about that happening, because I don't know if it's happening. In which case I won't need to get off at noon, but I don't see anything. Let me go just to my general inbox and see. No. Huh. That is really, really a bummer. I wonder, no. Just looking to see, because if it is on at noon, I would like to attend it, but it's weird. There's usually an announcement that's sent, so I don't understand. Anyway, so let's do That Brand New Day. This is a song about wishing. It's a song that I wrote for a talk that I gave related to changing the world. It was a talk that I gave in relationship to an organization that I was part of, and it was written at a time when I felt a little more optimistic than I felt in succeeding years. Like, I felt a certain level of optimism about, hey Keegan, how are you doing? How are you doing? Good to see you on here. We're having a quiet broadcast today so far. But this song was written at a time when I felt fairly optimistic about changing the world, seeing eye to eye with other people who felt we needed change in the world. And then I felt very not optimistic during a particular time in the U.S., the Trump administration. That's cool. And then now I feel a little more optimistic, cautiously. I don't know. But anyway, that's the context for when the song was written. All right. Right. I was forgetting for a second. Is this a strumming song? I remember now. Okay. I'm going to back off the volume a bit, including on my mic, because the guitar comes through the mic and it ends up peaking. No, because you know what? Let's wait. Let's wait. You know, Keegan, that's an interesting idea that you can do it like the day of. Let's wait until a little bit of a busier broadcast. I may be getting off short early today, because I was hoping to attend this class. That copyright class that's every Monday. Not every Monday, every first Wednesday of the month. And it is the first Wednesday of the month, and no sign of it. So I don't understand why I didn't get an email about it. I called the organization a couple times, but well, let's wait. It's interesting that you said you could kind of do it on the fly. Well, let's not do it in advance. How about let's wait until the day of. I kind of like and see how a broadcast is going. How about that? Just a thought, because sometimes they're super hopping, you know, and sometimes they're slower. So this seems to be a slower one. And I know what you're. Yeah. Anyway, we can talk about it. But all right, here we go. When we talk about change in the world, well, we don't have to agree. But maybe I could learn from you and oops. When we talk about change in the world, well, we don't have to agree. But maybe I could learn from you and you could learn from me. So that one day at a time, step by step, we can climb and we can find our way to that brand new day. Knowledge, it is emergent. That's what they say, so let's learn something new each and every day. So let's one day at a time, step by step, speaking, we can climb and we can find our way to that brand new day. And if we search with open minds, we just might. No, I don't think I did this first. Knowledge. Did I do that? Shoot. I don't remember. Oh, we'll just move on. And if we search with open minds, we just might see the same signs, and so choose the same paths more and more of the time, so that one day at a time, step by step, we can climb, and we can find our way to that brand new day. And so that we all can come together, I hope we avoid judgment and look for solutions for the 100%, so that one day at a time, step by step, we can climb, and we can find our way to that brand new day. And maybe, just maybe, let's see, and so that we, oh God, oh right. I'm not focusing enough on the song. And maybe, just maybe, if we reach out and we speak about those changes that we seek, and help others do that too, why, we can make it through, so that one day at a time, step by step, we can climb, and we can find our way to that brand new day. Now it may seem much too hard, even hopeless at times, but together we're unstoppable. The better world is possible. So one day at a time, step by step, let us climb, so we can find our way to that brand new day, saying one day at a time, step by step, but let us climb, so we can find our way to that brand new day. Ba-dum-bum. Yes, I was feeling very optimistic, relatively optimistic when I wrote that song, before I realized that the verse about, and if we search with open minds, we just might see the same signs, and so choose the same paths more and more of the time. Assuming I actually sang that verse. Thank you, Keegan. That was written before I really realized or understood the phenomenon that may have just really picked up after I wrote this song. That is the phenomenon of people accessing a fundamentally different version of factual events. So my idea was, hey, we can, if we cultivate a sense of open-mindedness amongst the populace, so we're all looking at the same facts, and we're not associating our value with being right about what should happen in light of those facts, then maybe we can start to see things the same way or more similar way, and have the same ideas about what needs to be done to fix things. And but after writing this song, I learned more about how we're so often exposed to a very different version of what actually happened, what the facts actually are, what has occurred, what the state of affairs is. So how can you? It's much more difficult if I think what happened is the sun didn't rise today and you think it did, we're both going to have very different ideas about whether there's even a problem that needs to be fixed, let alone what to do to fix it. So yeah, kind of an unfortunate turn of events that maybe I need to add another prescriptive verse to this song that fixes the problem in light of that. I don't know. That's not a simple problem to solve. But anyway, I was thinking of doing No Worries for Jacobius, if he's either listening or listens later, because this is somebody who's been dealing with a lot of hard stuff. But I was realizing this would have been a good song to sing last broadcast for that. But it's called No Worries. And it is not about not having problems. This will be my last song. It's not about not having problems. Let me see, it is noon. Did I get an email? I did not, nor did I get a call. It's very sad. I'm very bummed about that and confused. Oh well. Oh well. Tis not to be. All right, so this is the last song. No Worries. Again, not about not having problems. It is also not intended to be a chastising song. You'll hear people say, like, stop worrying. It's not about, decidedly not with that intention. It embodies a realization that I had that could sort of let me off the worry hook. Let me off the hook of worrying. Because I think in my mind I was telling myself, well, if you're really serious about the problem, then you'd be up at night worrying about it. You'd be up at night trying to figure it out, just never stopping trying to figure it out, i.e. worrying. And what I ended up kind of realizing was, no, it's not only not pleasant, it's also arguably counterproductive. So, if you're up in the middle of the night, you're not getting good sleep, you're not actually gonna come up with the best solution to the problem, and you're not gonna have any fun along the way. So that's more what it is. It's permission that I'm giving myself. It's like, hey, good news, I just figured this out. So you don't have to put yourself through this misery of worrying, because it's not only not fun, it's not actually going to help solve your problem. It'd be better in solving your problem to step back and to approach it in a more paced, thoughtful way, and not be up in the middle of the night worrying. So anyway, with that, let's do the song. All right, I think what I should do is have the guitar a little lower for strumming songs. I don't know. I mean, I do have it a little lower, but I have several different places where I lower the volume of things. All right, here we go. Friend, funny, hurry. for you or me. Yeah, no worries, guys. No worries. What will be, will be. What will be. I need that song sometimes. I haven't been really worrying lately, but it's always kind of right there. And I often write songs to coach myself, to repeat advice to myself that has proved useful in the past. And so hopefully that's helpful to someone else out there. I see I am not alone, in addition to Keegan, that there are others, but we're having a quiet broadcast today, but I hope secretly that's helpful to somebody. Thanks for being with me. I'm going to put up my little blurb again that I always try to do on here. I do come on most Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at around 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. I try to be pretty much on the dot there. If I'm not right on at 11:30, it's because I'm having a technical problem, most likely. And I will be on ASAP. But I aim for 11:30 a.m. Pacific time most Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for about a half an hour to an hour of all original music, except one song written for me. Most of it's modern American folk on this here acoustic guitar. But I also do some vocal looping and bluesy songs, and I just started singing on here a new piano arrangement, a new song with a piano arrangement, my first ever, very exciting, first but not last. I do encourage folks to follow, because that way you will get notified when I'm on live. You can chat, it'll show up here, we can connect across the platforms, which we find to be quite fun. It's nice to be able to see what everyone else is saying, because I am simulcasting. So I encourage you to follow at least on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. And let the apps know, let whichever apps you follow on, know that you want to get all notifications from me. Otherwise, you may not. So Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Bonus, follow on Twitter for my announcements mainly. You can watch, but you can't really do the chat on there. Double bonus, follow on TikTok. Tiffany TLC Music is the username everywhere. I'm pointing in the right direction, right there. All one word. And hope to see you all again very soon. Keegan, thanks so much for hopping on. We will definitely look for a time to get your musician friends on for sure. Trying to think if there's anything else. I should be on normal time Friday. Yeah, so I hope everyone has a great next 48 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours. Until then, take care. Bye.